another opportunity and should get supported also in Asia by the community. So, summary, this is the first Chinese effort for a science project at such a scale, never had before. So we have huge challenges, scientifically and politically and psychologically. So we have a lot of issues to overcome, to resolve. We had tremendous progress up to now, but there's still a long way to go. And given the importance of Higgs, we hope that at least one of the machines, like FCC, ISC, or CPC, can be realized. Thank you.
Now, open for questions? Yes, yes. You mentioned that the collaborations will have to follow a completely new model compared to the CERN model. Could you expand a bit on what you have in mind there?
Well, CERN is an international organization with fixed contributions from every country. And imagine to build a new CERN-like organization in China with contributions, fixed contributions yearly, cash from the United States, Japan, European countries. I think it's too hard. It's just too hard. So we probably hope that it is more towards a facility like, I mean, just like Daisy when they built the Hera, and also in FAIR they're building. It's not really a new organization. It's just towards the machine, so it's easier and less, say, political involvement.
What is the current situation in collaboration with CERN on this project?
We have a lot of communications, and we participate each other's annual workshop. We have a lot of technical kind of exchanges and personnel exchanges, but we don't have say official how to say agreement signed. Because things are evolving very fast. It's very hard to define something at this moment. So we just let it go. But we have say a lot of collaborations in at working level.
So to that matter about our IOC friend, also some communication.
Yes, I mean we have a lot of exchanges with IRC friends, and we participate in many of the IRC events in Japan, and we have our statement about the IRC, and we have groups working on the IRC, but unfortunately since about 10 years ago, we never really had big fundings from Chinese government on the IRC. So the manpower and also the R&D effort was not great. Yes.
You mentioned that the request of 0.8 billion of the NCDR was turned down. And what's the major reason, and whether those criticisms can be addressed?
Every 5 years, NCDR organizing proposals. Okay. So this is the so-called 13th 5-year plan. So we submitted our proposal, and they organize committees. So according to different categories. So particle and nuclear physics is the one particular committee, and they have some 14 people, and they voted us as number 3. So it's open. The number 1, number 2 were Jinping Underground Laboratory and radioactive beams. to be built by Institute of Atomic Energy. So these two projects were left over from last 5 years. They failed and they continued. So it's understandable to some extent, and the committee members were exactly the same as the last committee. So it just a scientist kind of collective view, and whether this is really a representation of the community, I don't know, because it's actually dominated by the nuclear physicists.
Other comments, questions?
Yes.
How do you think at this stage quantum theories contribute to this important project? And in the future, certainly there will be something like CERN, DECA International Organization. Yeah. How would,
I think now we actually need more effort on R&D, particularly on the detector design. So if people can join the workshops efforts, talking about the physics goals, talking about the detector designs, and if possible, start to do some detector R&Ds, I think it would be great. But before the detector concept is kind of a more solid R&D, probably have to wait a little bit.
Well, okay, so we have one more question on the thing.
I want to ask, why do you choose CEPC located in Qinhuangdao? Expect there is nearby Beijing.
Yes, when we start to look for a site, we thought that nearby Beijing is a good advantage. And also we wanted to look for a site which is in the north of China. The reason is because the temperature will be lower if you go to the north instead of in the south. And cooling is a big issue of this machine because we have huge power released in the tunnel by the synchrotron radiation and also up to the machine. So you have to really take out all of this heat. And so cooling is a big issue. Going to the north the better because the ambient temperature is lower, then you have less troubles to do the cooling. And then you have to worry about the power supply. You have to worry about the geological kind of problems. And fortunately, Qinhuangdao has up to now the best geological conditions because you need a very large kind of piece of rock, granite ideally. Going to the south, usually you have more water. If you go to say Guangdong and so on, and good underground 50 meters, you usually have a lot of water and it's very hard. Going towards north, if you go really to say Dongbei or northeast of China, it's the soil, it's not the rock. So you have to find so rock usually can be easily found nearby the mountains, small mountain. When it's a big mountain, then you get other troubles. So you really want to look at the places where you have little hills and it's made of rock. So Qinhuangdao actually is the best. Many reasons, and also the city is reasonably good, so people can find, say, reasonable life there. You know, I mean, you can easily find a rock in the middle of nowhere. Right?
Well, okay, so let's thank Yifang for this. It's also it's the last talk, so.